Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the Matilda, the Tier 4 British medium tank. It's located on the south spawn of Steps, and it's under the command of Wazwulf of QU1NN. Game on! Well, he's armed with the 2-pounder gun. You can tell that straight away because it's got the Little John adapter right at the end of the barrel that squeezes this round down from 40mm to 30mm, but it massively speeds it up as well to give it really good penetration on the enemy. With a standard AP, he's capable of doing 55 alpha, but 121mm pen at tier 4, which is very good, and also 145mm pen with the APCR. Now, let's see what he can do. He's headed off down the east side of the map where the medium tanks tend to go. It's a bit of a slow tank, this one, 24 kilometers an hour, which is why actually boosting it with a turbo does make a lot of difference for this vehicle. Okay, it's getting close. The fast fire rate is another thing that really matters. 2.01 seconds is the normal reload, and you can see Wazwulf's got it down to 1.9. So he can rattle out those shells. Now the first shot doesn't get him a kill, but oh, we've got targets galore, and he's auto-aimed on to that Panzer III Aslains. In fact, he's going to tunnel vision, which means that I'm having to follow this on the free camera, because otherwise we just wouldn't be able to see what he's actually getting up to. Well, that Panzer III is gonna, be back in the garage. In the meantime, it's got some more enemies to deal with. Another Panzer III Aslains. He goes down. Okay, we've got a Valentine and a Cruiser Mark IV who's got the auto cannon. Now he needs to close on these guys. That's it. They can punch through the armor on the... He's auto-aiming, which you shouldn't do, because otherwise all that's going to happen is it's going to be difficult if he pulls back. But now he's going after this. This guy seems to be AFK. Well, he's being shredded by that 2-pounder, and he's got another kill. 3 kills now. Okay, next target, the Valentine 2 that escaped around the corner, and he's just gone up the hill. He's not very far away, and he's going to be next. Now, he's auto-aiming again. You shouldn't do that, because otherwise, you know, what could happen is your teammates might ride in the way whilst you're auto-aiming, and you wouldn't have control. You need to have your finger on the trigger, but not to fire if the enemy gets in front of you, otherwise you could lose a high caliber. Okay, well, he's off to the races, because the next enemy are a little farther away. The M3 Stuart and the T6 medium. T6 medium could be a problem. We still have most of our hit points, but he's the one that we've got to shred, because he does have a pretty substantial armament. Is that M3 up in the bushes? Doesn't appear so. T6 medium just around the corner. He's approaching as well. The T6 is pulling away. He's actually driving away, which means obviously he fears what's happening next, because he knows there's a force of 3 tanks. There's the M3. He didn't pull away, he just went down the other side of the hill. Okay, let's see what he can do with this guy. Okay, there is an Arty in the game. It's an SU-26, the popcorn catapult of doom, and you can see he's shredding this M3 as well. He's auto-aimed on, and there's the SU-26 in. Now, that Hetzer could be a problem, because it looks like he's got the dirt gun, but he is cutting through that frontal armor with premium rounds, and oh, the Hetzer didn't do much damage. Now he's got the T6 medium trying to get in him. This is a good positioning actually, because he can play peek the boom and keep pumping rounds into the enemy without receiving damage back. Although it's only minor damage. Okay, the Valentine's gone down. He got another kill. 5 kills now for Wazwulf. Get that Hetzer. Keep pumping those rounds in. He gets the kill. That's his top gun. Now, can you deal with the T6 medium behind him? Actually, it's an M3. He's gone. Okay, there's only 2 enemies left. The T6 went down, and all he's got to deal with now is this, the popcorn catapult of doom, the SU-26. He's gone out of the game. And then we've got this tank over here, which is a Largo. And he's trying to make a run for it. He stopped for a moment to freeze. Did we get the kill? One more shot. Oh! And the kill gets stolen by the Valentine. But we did get the Top Gun, so at least we got the medals. Well, if you want a fast-firing game, the Matilda is a very good tank to play with. We used to say tier Matilda when we were referring to the tier 4 tanks because it was a firm favourite with a lot of players. He managed to get an ace tanker out of that Wazwulf. He also picked up a fire effect for doing more damage than hit points to his own vehicle, a shellproof for blocking more damage than hit points to his own vehicle, a duelist for taking down 2 tanks who damaged him, a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In that game he managed to get 12, and a hand of gold for surviving the battle and received damage from at least 4 different enemy tanks or more. He also picked up a high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game, a shellproof for blocking the most damage in the game, and finally he got a Top Gun for getting at least 6 kills. His win rate of that game was 13,261, and it was played only about an hour or 2 ago. Let's have a look at team score. Well, the highest damage was 1,904 hit points, with the second highest damage being the Marder 38T or Acton ICT, who managed 862 hit points, and followed by the Panzer III Ausführung J, who got 772. When it came to kills, he got that one too. 6 kills to him, 3 kills to the Panzer III Ausführung E, 2 kills to the Marder Acton ICT, the Panzer III Ausführung J, and the Valentine. And his own team, on XP rather, he managed 1,138. He was the only player to get over 1,000 base. And that means he's got the top in all 3 columns, with the next highest scorer being only 591 for the Panzer III Ausführung E, who got an All-X medal in that game for killing higher tier opponents, at least 2 higher tier opponents in the game. The BT-5, by the way, got a Confederate, so he was running around the battlefield, hitting as many tanks as he could, and that leads all the medals. So let's have a look at detail. 55 shots fired. It's a fast-firing game with 1 round every 2 seconds, 43 direct hits on the enemy, 37 penetrations, 1,904 hit points, of which 167 were at more than 300 meters. So you can see close-range action on that game. 29 hits received from the enemy, only 4 of which actually penetrated, 20 didn't, and 5 hits by way of splash from players who actually used HE instead of armor piercing. And, well, they only managed to knock a few hit points off. 1,017 hit points blocked by armor. 2 enemy vehicles were spotted, 10 enemy vehicles were damaged, and 6 were killed, and 760 hit points of damage assistance. Now, on a premium count, he actually earned 72,224 credits from that game. He did get a mission completion reward of 65,000, so that certainly helped. He got 25 bonds for another mission completion, and he took away 3,414 experience points. But such a fast-firing game, and he actually did the right thing to play peek-a-boom on that corner and just keep blasting away at the enemy because they were falling one after the other, and he picked up a nice Top Gun out of it. He couldn't have picked up a Radley Waters even if he tried because he's tier 4, and you're not allowed to get Radley Waters or Pools medal when you're below tier 4. Trust me, I've been there. I've had 10 kills in the Matilda myself, and it's so disappointing when you think, oh wow, I got 10 kills, and realize you don't get the medal. Anyway, a very good game there by Wazwulf. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give the video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm, and thank you for watching.